Okay, so next up on the Sunday, just gone, we had the Manchester Derby, which is always an interesting game because, like say with Man United, you never know what's going on there. There's always some sort of thing, and then City are usually ripping it up every year, and then Man U are sometimes that team who do put a bit of a dent in that run. So, yeah, it won't be the case this time though, because City won at 3-0 at Old Trafford. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I just don't think it's that surprising. I mean, I predicted Man United to do a lot better than they've done this season, because on paper they should be a lot better than they are. But unfortunately, it ain't clicking, and Man City are just worlds and worlds above them. You know, Man City will beat any mid-table Premier League team, you know, at home. It doesn't stop them, and that at the end of the day, that's what it is now. They're not two giants anymore. Man United aren't the team they used to be, are they, basically? And the fans are so angry about it.
Yeah, rightly so at the minute, because they're a mess.
Do you think it's the owners, or do you think it's the players, or Ten Hag, or what?
I'll be honest, I think it's a mixture of all of them, but it always, I say it always, like I say, it always flows from the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
you can chop and change the manager and the players all you want, but if it's not right at the top, it's always going to filter down.
But you spend that much in a transfer window, you can't criticise the owners for putting 350 million they put in the summer. Something like that.
Something like
a lot
that,
of money on a lot of players, that it seems to me that it's like, what more can they do? Like, how much money do they need to throw at it? Like, it ain't working, is it? They've bought good players for a lot of money, and it still isn't working. So
yeah, it's been one of them for a while with United. Like I say, they came in mid 2000s, and they've just, fans have never taken to them, and like I say, there's been all sorts, obviously, like protests, and they've never got on with the owners.
I don't know. I just think,
I mean, obviously
they don't know how good they've got it. Do you know what I mean? Like, think of them compared to some of the teams that are in and around us. Your Scunthorpes, your Berries, your Southends, like, it's a different world entirely. Even Everton and teams like that to a lesser extent. I don't think they know how lucky they are sometimes.
I get that, but at the end of the day, it's Manchester United as well. Like, they're supposed to be like the biggest club in the world, and most of the time they're lucky if you even get into the top four. It's obviously under 30 days. I mean, it's never going to go back to that. Like, that were just a once in a lifetime kind of manager. But you know, you'd expect, it seems to be inconsistency, because it feels like they're getting better and better and better, and it feels like they're kind of back, not where they were, but like round about where they are, and then all of a sudden just have a massive drop off, and they're back in like 6th or 7th. It's weird, and it just, personally with me, I thought under Ten Hag, I thought, just in terms of like his philosophy and stuff like that, I thought he was the closest thing they've had since Fergie, and I thought he'd want to kind of do that, and it looked like that. We had that blip at the start of the season last year, but then like I say, they picked up and they looked pretty tough to beat, and they kind of made Old Trafford back into a fortress. But then it seems like things have fallen off a bit this season.
I feel like there's something wrong culturally. Like,
yeah.
Like, you've got to look at Anthony, everything that's going on behind the scene there, his personal life. You've got Sancho and the situation with him. You've got Rashford out partying after losing 3-0 in the Manchester Derby, out on the pull. You know, that kind of thing seems to must be coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know where, but there's clearly some, like a bad apple, or because everyone thought it was Ronaldo, didn't they? First of all, everybody thought it was Paul Pogba. Then everybody thought it was Ronaldo. And it's clearly neither, and there's not really any of them big personalities there anymore that could be to blame for it. So there's obviously something deeper culturally, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Ain't good.
No, it's a weird one, and like I say, it's similar like Bruno Fernandes. I think he's not the best of captains.
United goes to people's heads.
It's a heavy shirt. It's a heavy shirt to wear.
But also, like, it's a shirt that wearing might make you arrogant.
Yeah, I think and I think quite a lot of the players they have brought in have already had that reputation as well.
People our age, probably not so much nowadays.
Yeah.
When they're kids and they want to be footballers, they say, "You want to play for Man United?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you get to that, you're going to be a bit arrogant, and you're probably going to have a bit of an ego and an attitude or whatever. Whereas like now, I guess it's probably Man City, people would say.
Yeah.
Or Newcastle.
Get that way. Yeah, like I say, it's just everything Fergie created. That were like what Man United's supposed to be, and then obviously you've had managers after him like Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, and it's different.
Is it poison chalice though, like in the same way Leeds was when Don Revit left? Like
Could
the
be.
expectation is just too high. Like it's never going to be that good again. Man United were always the underdogs when our parents were growing up. Liverpool won the league every year, and Man United didn't.
Yeah.
Like football is cyclical, and maybe it's just it's time for them to just not be as up there as they were 20 years ago.
So moving back to the Manchester Derby on Sunday then, so it finished 3-0 to City at Old Trafford, and it was just one of them. First half, I only tuned in at the start of the second half. Apparently, at first half, it was a bit more even until the penalty, and then in the second half, it was one of them where City just were just relentless, like just doing what City do basically, like you say, and United couldn't deal with him. Haaland getting 2 goals and an assist, which was lovely for my fantasy team captaining him. But yeah, United, the players just completely lost their head, and I'd be. Like I say, if I were a United fan, I'd be quite embarrassed watching that. To be fair, like Anthony just kicking out at the City player, and Fernandes losing his head. Rashford on an off game. It would just seemed ugly. It just seemed like an ugly Man United, and like we were saying earlier, like something's terribly wrong at that club, and like I say, it doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon.